This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
A sight you may be used to seeing a long weekend on the water, but some rain could put a damper on your Memorial Day plans. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Baim. Memorial Day weekend is a kickoff to summer with thousands enjoying the lakes, but many were covered with clouds and even some rain today. Let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green. And Lisa, what can we expect for the rest of our holiday weekend?
Thanks, Krista. Well, it's going to go downhill from here. We enjoyed a bonus day of warmer weather and dry conditions because that rain took a little while to move its way in. Once again, the warmest temperatures right along the Canadian border and cooler the farther south you went because we were stuck under the clouds all day toward Wheaton and Sisseton, where high temperatures there were only in the mid-60s, and that's where the rain pushed in first. We have light rain falling in the Southern Valley, especially in Lakes area, where, of course, they're not looking forward to seeing some rain there this weekend, and more out toward the James River Valley as well. This is just the start of it. We're going to watch this rain continue to push into the valley through the nighttime hours tonight and also into your Memorial Day. So if you have plans to head to any Memorial Day services, make sure you're prepared. We'll have 68 degrees tomorrow with, again, some rain on the way. We'll let you know when this will clear out and what you can expect for the rest of your week coming up in just a few moments.
All right, thank you, Lisa. And a reminder, roads are busy for this long weekend, especially heading into Lakes Country. Memorial Day weekend marks the beginning of the summer travel season, and AAA is predicting a strong start despite rising gas prices. With more than 33 million Americans traveling on the road, AAA says that nationally, gas prices have increased about 5 cents from a week ago, reaching an average of $2.71 a gallon. Here in North Dakota, drivers are paying the lowest Memorial Day gas price since 2009, around $2.53 a gallon, $1.02 lower than last year. And an emotional day for dozens of Vietnam veterans just ahead of Memorial Day, receiving deserved recognition. Senator Heitkamp presented family members of fallen soldiers a certificate of honor for their service and sacrifice. It's a message of thanks and gratitude. Many Vietnam vets didn't hear when they returned home, but today some did. Valley News Team's Christina Craig spoke with one veteran who is sharing his experience for the first time.
You've asked me more questions about my time in the service in the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes than I've given out in the last 40 years.
It's a story now coming to light. That World War II veteran DJ Guerrero and others are sharing. Guerrero served as a platoon sergeant tracking through the jungle of Vietnam.
It rained so much in the monsoon. Holy cow. You know, it rained for 3, 4, 5 days at a whack, you know that? 3 or 4, 5 days of constant rain, and you're in the mud. 44
months in Vietnam. It's memories he's put away until now.
I'm laying in the grass, all shot up. The North Vietnamese guy come by me, and he reached down and took my, I saw him coming, and so I took my one hand and I rubbed blood all over my face, and then I just laid there, and he picked my arm up and took my watch off my arm and took off, you know that. That's how close they were.
It's a bullet he's dodged more than once, and his bravery has earned him 5 Purple Hearts, but that came with a price.
You could hear them plunking into the little pan, bing, bing, they were taking them out of me. And yeah, I got 13 times I got hit different time with bullets. You know.
In both arms and legs and in his back, Guerrero now has a prosthetic leg and is missing fingers, but says there's not a thing he would change.
It's a great country. It's worth fighting for.
In Fargo, Christina Craig, Valley News Live.
Coming up a bit later on Valley News Live 10 at 10, we'll have a list of events you can attend to honor those who have fought for our country. An intoxicated man was arrested for obstructing after he was found swimming in the Red River looking for his dog. Officers were called out to Riverside Park around 1:45 this afternoon after 41-year-old Bryant Peterson of Grand Forks was seen in the river. At one point, he was hanging on a branch near the riverbank. He told police he was looking for his dog, and when police offered to help, Peterson jumped back in. He eventually made his way back to the riverbank again. This went on for some time before Peterson grew tired and police threw him a rescue disc. He was pulled to shore and arrested. Police were never able to find Peterson's golden retriever, and if anyone has information, they're asked to call Grand Forks Police. One man was pinned in his truck for more than 3 hours before help arrived in a rollover early this morning in Argusville. Cass County Sheriff's deputies say the man lost control on a dirt road, then rolled the truck, landing in a ditch. Unable to get out of his truck and with no cell phone, it was another driver who spotted the accident and called for help. The man has a broken arm and possible broken ribs. He was taken to the hospital with severe injuries. Deputies are still investigating and are not sure if speed played a factor. A rugby man died after being thrown from his pickup in a rollover near Wolford. At 2:30 this morning, a 23-year-old was traveling east on Highway 17 when he went into a ditch and tried to correct himself to get back on the road, causing the pickup to roll. He was not wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from the pickup. He died at the scene. And if you want to stay up to date on breaking news and weather alerts wherever you go, just sign up for our Valley News Live text alerts. Just head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click the text alerts button for all the details. 15 years ago, a young boy from Milner nearly died in a farm accident. Parker Siebens lost both his arms, but not his spirit. Today, he became a high school graduate. And Valley News Team's Macy Anger explains how the town rallied around him, just as they did years ago.
He's heard the song a half a dozen times
I've been through 6 siblings getting their diplomas.
and didn't hesitate when he took the stage.
Another step of life, I guess. You know, one step forward.
Please be seated.
Parker Siebens hit a milestone in life, graduating high school. But it hasn't been easy.
Life will throw you curveballs, but you gotta swing at them.
At 2.5, he lost both his arms in a grain auger. A year later, he threw the first pitch for the Red Hawks.
We're pretty proud of him in this town.
Parker's about perseverance.
The doctor who saw him on one of the worst days came to speak on one of the best.
It was emotional, it was exciting. For me, kind of a full circle thing. You know, I met him when he was 2.5, and now I've seen him grow up. He's a young adult.
Harrington has been Siebens' motivation.
And then just my family too. I've seen a lot of people who lost limbs who just kind of gave up, and I didn't want to end up like them.
His curveball didn't end the game.
Parker Mitchell Siebens.
It started a new one.
Class of 2015.
In Milner, Macy Inger, Valley News Live.
Siebens is moving to Fargo in just 2 weeks. He'll attend MSUM in the fall and hopes to get a degree in public relations and advertising.